SAGE program at the pilot stage. And we are very happy that every time SAGE comes up for mention, actually, we are almost becoming consultants of the beneficiaries of SAGE. And I want to urge you, my people, you the local leaders, to embrace this program. And let's always take much of our time working. And this is what we are doing. Campaigns are over, honeymoon is over. We are back now on work. So let's support government, let's support programs of government, and let's deliver services to our people. Thank you very much.
There are only two in the peninsula of Lake Kyoga, that is Kaberamaido and Amolata. Right there is in the heart of Uganda, but it's very far from Kampala. It is over 500 kilometers from Kampala. This is our sub-county. To understand the district, the background of the district. This is a young district that was created in 2 counties with a population of 188, 961, but having more women at 51% than men who stand at 49%. The fertility rate is a bit high. It is 6 children per reproductive woman. And we have 357.5 road network. What happens here is being steered by 25 strong councillors. The life expectancy is 46 years. Our infant mortality rate is 116 per every 1,000 live births. I think you've just come from the IPU that was advocating for mortality rate reduction and maternal health improvement. Our economic base is mainly subsistence agriculture and cattle rearing. The poverty index here is still a bit higher than the national. We are at 35% out of every 100 nation of SAGE is quite important. We have only 91 primary schools. The HIV prevalence rate is 5.8%. The water coverage stands at 68%. NGO hospital, missionary led. We have 1 health center 4, 8 health center 3s, and 10 health center 2s. Honorable Minister, this program, as has been said already by the RDC and our district chairperson, it started in Kaberamaido, Kiboga, and Chenjejo district in 2001. We started with training the people who are going to be trainers. 2011, correct me, thank you so much. So we started by training the implementers. So this program was officially launched, just like you've come here, on the 2nd of September 2011 in Bululu sub-county, where we are going to be. And Honorable Minister for this elderly and disabled graced the occasion together with other dignitaries. This is a picture showing now preparation group, how people were preparing to receive SAGE. This is one of the pictures that shows people are now preparing themselves. They are being prepared towards that program. How do we target the beneficiaries? The beneficiaries were targeted using the birth and death registration exercise, which was again sponsored by the same ministry. So when these elderly people or the community was registered, we managed to sieve out those who were above the 65 years. Currently, the program is also using the community registration approach, where vetting of beneficiaries by the village council and verification is done at the sub-county and the parish levels, respectively. Applicants present their documents like birth certificate, they present voters cards, they present marriage certificate, or they can present a baptism card, so that we follow exactly the date when those occurrences happened. Applicants without documents are normally approved by a peer group. That is a group of the villagers. They sit together, they know the background and existence of this person, and then they verify. So that is called peer verification. So those are the 4 types of verification levels that are done. This is also a picture showing how now the trainers were receiving these people who appeared for the verification. They came in large numbers after the mobilization was done. Types of grants. We have got 2 types of grants. This first one is the Senior Citizen Grant. That targets persons above 65 years. You can see that old lady, she was coming from the verification exercise and she had qualified. So she's a senior citizen of above 65 years. The second grant is the Vulnerable Family Support Grant. That targets families with low labor capacity who cannot engage in meaningful economic productivity activities. These are normally families which lack means of production. You can be surprised that somebody cannot even afford a home. They do not have means of production. They do not have even means of cooking. Even a saucepan may not be there in such families. So this is one of the families. Where is this program? The program, as rightly said by the district chairperson, started in the first two, that is Bululu and Kaberamaido. And right now, those two sub-counties, total number of people are about 990,000. Then in the second rollout, where the beneficiaries are going to start getting money this month, we have got Aperekira and Kobulubulu. Then in the third rollout, where people will be getting money towards October, is Kakure, Otuboy, and Apapai. This is the status. This is the status of the beneficiaries in number and in gender segregation. We have got Bululu, 292 male and 377 female, totaling 669. They started getting in September. They were enrolled in September, and right now they have received 7 cycles of payment. There are 68 men, 223 female, total 292. They are also receiving. The second rollout is the Aperekira and Kobulubulu. So the rest of all the other sub-counties, you see, within this financial year, actually before the first birthday, nearly 3/4 of the district will be covered. This is the format of payment now. An average person gets 23,000 shillings. So far, in Bululu alone, 107 million shillings, 709,000 shillings has been transferred to the beneficiaries. So you can imagine that amount of money cycling in that sub-county. That's why we were saying, how does it link? Now, this amount of money is the one that will link the program to other government interventions like NATS, UPE, health, and even education. Then in the Kaberamaido sub-county, so far in the 7 circles of payment, so far the district has paid 46,851,000. So if you total the two, you can see we are all over above 150 million. This program cannot go without challenges because it is a new program. There is always pressure from the politician and the local leaders to register persons who have not yet reached the targeted age. So because most of the people have found the program is so popular, they want to register even before they reach the 65 years. Then, of course, on the structure, we do not have enough manpower. We lack parish chiefs who do actually the mobilization. We lack parish chiefs in the district, so that is also a problem cutting across the entire sub-counties. We don't have enough parish chiefs because the recruitment has always a ceiling. Then the service provider, that is MTN, who actually pays out the money. There is always a problem of service interruptions. Normally when you hear the network is not available, this is also happening here. When the time of payment comes, the network goes away, so the people have to wait until the network is restored. These are people now verifying themselves, verifying their names, and also the chiefs and the chairman of Bululu now receiving complaints. I am supposed to be on the list and so on. So there are always people who also come complaining and appeal. There is an appeals process where people can appeal for complaints against the program, or maybe when their names are not there. What lessons have we learned since the program started? we have seen that if this program is to succeed, then all the stakeholders need to play their roles, especially the beneficiaries. They have got to be trustworthy. The sub-county team have got to be committed. MTN has got also to ensure that the interruptions of poor network is not there, and the district team to ensure that monitoring and support to the program is adequate. Then two, we have effective implementation of the program requires the low-level parish structure to be in place so that the sub-counties are fully facilitated and staffed. And also, we have seen that many of the beneficiaries are making the best use of this money to the extent that now they are able to pay school fees to their grandchildren, buy some scholastic materials to their grandchildren, meet some medical treatment, buy food, and even buy chicken for multiplication. Thank you so much for your kind attention.
Background to this meeting today is that we've been having delegations move out for study tours. And most recent, I led a team of ministers and members of parliament and technical team to Brazil. In Brazil, they have a comprehensive social protection system. But we thought this would not be complete without giving opportunity to people who saw what is happening out there to come down and see what is happening in Uganda. So this is part of the study tour, and we want to see that our political and technical leaders understand how social protection works. All the time we come, we try to explain what social protection is, because it's a new concept in today's government strategies. And every time we come to meetings, there are people who come for the first time. The technical people.
Everybody is welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you. State project, we have MTN, which is busy. Now, for example, this Buze, the under appeal cases, they are withdrawing.
Kejo donga cheche donga donga mega
Minister,
minister chene.
He has received the money now in terms of e-value. He receives a message saying you have withdrawn some money. You've made a withdrawal of 207 from the agent's name. So meaning now the money has gone off to the agent line. Now the agent can cash him after he has signed.
Do the money. Let him sign first.
Minister.
How much is it?
170.
One. Siriga dibigo.
What tumia tolerate kenya rigi.
Asa do maxete ko tingo mari ko bina makomoto minister viponi mi ebesete mere maxete ipoede ere mako do sirigi minister ene
Whatever.
It was
You can look this way, honorable.
Okay. We want to look at where they have a continuous. These ones are
That's advantage.
Dick.
Senior 2, senior 3.
Samatarine, another quarter one. Kanyine, or one year Kanye. Did I cheer in or one year Kanye?
Yeah. Says for children for my requirements.
Oh.
Yeah.
Payment related cases, you go back to your agent, and the agent has to trigger that by calling, by communicating with the headquarters. And if they say that this account does not exist, then they have to communicate to us. But that takes a long time now. I have appreciated. So we are taking your proposals, and we shall discuss it to have complaints registered in a book here, and we follow up from the other side to see whether how many have you brought to.
So that the agents at the end of every payday, they look at the complaints and the follow up is done there, so that by the next month this old man would not really go back.
And I think they don't even need that form you are saying. You give them a small
No,
form
they need a black book.
because it is an expense.
Yes,
You know,
only
it's
him.
an expense.
Yeah.
There is no way you can be giving those small forms to whoever comes. You need to have a black book, a counter book, so those people's names are written. When they come like this, then you start from number one, who was here last time. If he's not there, then you hand another person. So at least you are, But these people have been here for 7 months.
And there is no record of this.
No record and so on.
But
And
that means
he's
another
even
complaint
saying,
is during the launch, it was centralized to sub-county. Yet where they come from is a cost of about 10,000 coming and going back. We don't know why did this happen like this.
I think the issue of there is that proposal already. It is not only here. So the issues of distance is being discussed, and I think if it is approved, then we shall be able to probably get new pay points for the sub-county. But right now, the agreement says sub-county because of security, because of all other factors considered.
going to make a follow-up of what at least the cases we've had here, and we know there are many others. There are many people who are not on this desk, but of course they're still complaining. So we have to make a follow-up of what you have done. And even the LOC ones, it's you people to reach, because we cannot reach everybody. But we have to make sure that LOC ones are making, they should not make the process very slow like they are doing. These are very old people. They should not make that because they want Chitu Chidogo. It seems it's what is going on down there. Chitu Chidogo must have come in. Because 23,000, when you move for 7 months, you've already used more than 23,000.
And I appeal to all the beneficiaries of this program, please to use this little money for the purpose for which it is intended. Use the money for supporting yourselves and for supporting your families, not for drinking. Let it have an impact in your families. Only that way government will make every effort to look for more money to support the entire country. I appeal to our local governments at the districts and the sub-counties, the national leaders in the respective constituencies here, the RDCs, the security agencies in this county, in this district. Please very closely monitor this program on behalf of the government of the Republic of Uganda. Congratulations, the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development. Those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, they can now see that even in Kabira Maido, and for me, I'm just very happy that whereas people are thinking about the older persons, every area of government has been addressed in this program. One, the youth are fully benefiting, the children are the beneficiaries. So the Minister of the Youth and Children has nothing to complain about because now the children are receiving the money. And when you look around, majority of the recipients are women. So the Minister for Women has no issue to complain. When it gets to health, education, People are receiving money to buy books. People are receiving money to buy medicine. So issues are solved. 38% of the children in Uganda have been found to be stunted, and 18% are underweight because they feed badly. From studies elsewhere, this program has been tested that changes that stuntness and underweight. Because I want to give you an example, studies from the regions of Africa, South Africa, families that receive this type of benefits, their children are 3 to 4 centimeters taller than those that don't receive. My appeal in summary is that since we have the head of public service here, we have the permanent secretary of cabinet, we have the members of parliament, including the chairman, gender, labor and social development, and we have ministers here. There is no way that we will fail to lobby everybody to appreciate the role of social protection in levels of development. And lastly, any government that wants to survive in political power is that people must see direct results and the relevance of such a government. When you talk about other programs, there are middle people in between, and people don't see direct benefits. But where people touch money, they can see and feel the government. So whoever wants to remain in power should support this program. Thank you very much.
I think we people of Kabaramaido, we need to thank God that we were blessed to be among the first pilot districts in Uganda. Now that you are the blessed people, we need to move so well. We need to be transparent, especially the people who are in this program, to see that this program can also roll out in other districts. We want the LOC ones to be very transparent when they are registering these people. We don't want other people from other sub-counties to come and register in another sub-county because maybe this person is your uncle, is your in-law, or your brother. And then we also expect the MTN people to print the cards which are for the people to get the money. Because the moment we have a card which doesn't have a name, then a name without a card, you never know. There might be something wrong there. A name might be receiving money on the other card, when this person with a card, which does not be on the paper, is not receiving money, the other person is receiving money on that card. So we appeal to the people who are in this, so that you need to be very transparent. Let us work on the programs, especially the appeal people, to see that we don't delay with the cases. The more you delay with them, the more numbers will add on. Then the thing will keep on lagging behind like that. And since we say that many women are receiving money, we don't want to see that more violence is caused in our homes. We don't expect more violence, because when the women get and then the men are not getting, or when they see that these are very old women who are getting money, then you have a son who might want to benefit or to use that money on his or her programs. He might want to come and cause more violence in a home. So we are expecting people to tolerate, to work together, and not cause violence in the homes. You've had cases where parents have been killed by their own sons and daughters because of some little things like money, land, and so on. We don't want that one to happen here, because it will stop, government will stop the program to continue when we start realizing such cases. So we need to work together as men and women in a family to see that we get the best out of this money.
Brother William.
Yes, sir.
So you can see property writing.
Transferring
it.